Live from the UK, broadcasting around the world. You're listening to the Mic Drop Club, hosted by Douglas Hammond-Dishe. Message received. You do not need to know what you need. Just engage with the podcast feed. Providing weekly insights into cool stuff we've read, saw, did, or heard about what made us say, wow, eureka, damn, nothing is off limits. If it motivates and inspires you to reach your goals, then it shall be discussed. Featuring guest interviews from high performers and people of influence, and weekly awards for the best mic drop moment. This podcast is guaranteed to leave you pumped up for the week ahead. Don't just live life. Make life boom.
That's right, people. Oi, oi. How you guys doing? You right? Welcome to the Mic Drop Club podcast. Today we've got an exclusive. We have an interview with the one and only Gresham Blake, the infamous, the groundbreaking tailor from Brighton who has revolutionized the world of tailoring, the icon himself. With me co-hosting, we have the usual best kept secret. We have Django in the house. Django, what's up?
What's up?
How you doing?
Name is Jinx TV. That's my name, Jinx TV, aka Jinx TV. But you can call me Jingo. Don't call me Django like Agodi does.
No, it's all good. Today, again, we got an exclusive interview. And Jingo, you've been doing some research on who this Gresham Blake is and what sort of cultural significance does he have in the world of fashion and beyond.
Yeah, like when I did the research, this guy has a catalog that you can just say, wow. Eureka, whatever it is, yeah. I'm just going to tell you some bit of stuff that Gresham Blake has done in the past. First of all, Gresham Blake is celebrating 20 years of tailoring from 20 years. He's celebrating 20 years.
20 years. You have to drop a bomb on that. That's eureka right there. That's a mic drop moment. 20 years is not easy.
It's not easy, man.
20 years in the world of tailoring, making clothes, being original all the time. That takes dedication and craft. So yes, he most definitely gets some mic drop for that.
Very inspirational. Hey, Gresham Blake, you my inspiration. So basically he has worked with many people in the film industry, the journalism industry, the model industry, chef industry, all the above, such as Skepta, the rapper, Danny Dyer, actor, the famous journalist, Guru Murthy, journalist. He has also worked with Gordon Ramsay as a chef, the greatest chef. I know he's a little bit rude sometimes, but the guy is also inspirational. He was a hard worker. He has worked with Ray Winstone, an actor, a legend in the English film industry. He has also worked with Adrian Lester from Hustle, an actor. Clues Bomb. And he has worked with various models such as Tess Demos.
Yeah, so
that's his catalog of how many people he worked with.
Well, the list is probably endless. 4 or 5 times longer than that, with iconic people in the world of fashion, music, acting. As Django is trying to allude to, this guy is a legend. And we had the opportunity. We were fortunate enough to reach out to him and interview him, to find out what inspired him to get into the world of tailoring, his thoughts and views on things in and around the fashion industry. And also, I was lucky enough to have a suit made up for myself by Gresham Blake and his tailors there in Brighton. So big up to the tailors in Brighton.
You were looking dapper.
That day was epic.
Amazing.
So we learned a lot, in terms of how to conduct yourself in environments that can be stressful. And also, we were kind of like looking at this whole thing about feeling like an imposter, because again, one of the biggest things when you start to move up this ladder, climb up this ladder for success, or career ladder, whatever the case may be, is, you know, for every level you get up to, they're new challenges. And sometimes we end up feeling like we're a fraud. We end up feeling like we don't belong in such an environment. And this is very common. We say at least 70% of people in every boardroom situation, you know, feels like they shouldn't be there. So if you're in a room and you've got, say, 10 people around the table, you know, 7 of them at least are trembling. They're hoping the mic doesn't come to them. They're hoping nobody asks them a question, because quite frankly, you know, they feel like, oh my God, I'm a imposter. How did I get here? There's many times I felt like that in my life, whereby I'm talking to somebody, even the conversation I had with Gresham, you know, I was nervous to begin with. I was thinking, this is not even me. I was like having an out of body situation going on, thinking, how did I get here? Mm-hmm. You know, there's so many factors involved, and do you know what? Am I worthy to be here?
Yo.
You know, so that was real for me, and I've been in that situation many times. So sure. Before we play you the interview, I thought, well, let's just explore this imposter syndrome, you know, and what can we do when we go through it? You know, I have some unique ways of dealing with my imposter syndrome, you know, and it comes, first of all, let's look at the physiology to feeling like an imposter. What happens? Right. Yeah. So when you're nervous, Jingo, describe how you are when you are nervous.
I'm sweating. Armpit sweating everywhere, sweating. And
links can't save you. When you're in that situation when your links can't save you.
Right guard can't save you.
Extra dry is not saving.
I've been using right guard for a very long time now. It's been working on me every time. But that day, it wasn't working. Nothing. Yes. Nothing.
So the body's going to give you signs that you're not quite comfortable in the situation that you're in. Yeah. So the physical signs are that you start to sweat. Yeah. Okay. And then what else has happened to your blood pressure? What's your blood pressure doing?
180 degrees.
180 degrees. So
180 degrees.
You're starting to palpitate, yeah? You know what I mean? You might actually start feeling like you're going to have a heart attack.
Yeah.
This is what your body is trying to tell you, that there's a problem. You know, and this happens when you're feeling that, you know, you've been put in an environment that you're not totally comfortable in. Yeah. Okay. This is like a new environment, or it could be a normal environment, but it just riddles you with fear. Yeah. Okay. You feel like you're going to be exposed. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the emperor has no clothes. That feeling like, do you know what? People can see me naked.
They can see me naked.
You know, a lot of people get like this when they're doing public speaking events. You know, grown men crying, grown women crying. You know, this is why I also recommend everybody go out to who's challenged, who has this as a challenge. Yes. You know, there are things you can do. You can join like the local Toastmasters club, and that way you can learn how to talk, project your voice, and boost your confidence in those situations, because it's real. You know, some people were telling me that they feel like the earth is going to swallow them up. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they get their visuals, you know? So the body is telling you things. The body is now giving you direct feedback that it's about to brace itself for a crash.
Like in that moment right there, obviously, like I studied media and communications. I thought in that type of environment, your skills will save you. But what I've learned from that is your confidence. Yeah. Confidence is everything. You know what I'm saying? Where your skill fails and your talent fails, your confidence is your booster at all times. You understand? Because I feel very, anxiety was off the roof. Like literally, that was the first environment that I literally, I'm actually privileged to, first of all, I'm really privileged to meet Gresham Blake. And I'll say that off the top. I'm grateful for the opportunity. But in that moment right there, I was like, raw, like this is crazy, because at the end of the day, like I thought I knew what I was gonna do, but like, confidence. Yeah, long story short, confidence is everything.
Most definitely. And you know what? Like I said, confidence is everything, Django. You're bang on. And how do we get confident? You know, when your body is giving you a physical sign that there's a problem, how then do you get confident? And again, because I'm a mental health specialist, I can talk you through on this podcast what you do when you start to feel that, you know, you cannot cope and this is a situation you're out of your depth. The first thing is go back to basics. And what I mean by basics, right now I'm talking on this podcast across the airwaves, right? Dropping mic drop moments for you. So I'm going to drop one right now. Okay. Concentrate on your breathing. Right now, some of you some of you have these latest gadgets on your iPhone or whatever the case may be, and it suddenly beeps, tells you to breathe. Mm-hmm. And you're like, what the hell? It's telling me to breathe. I'm breathing all the time. No, you're not breathing. You're just living. I'm talking about breathing. Paying close attention. Take a conscious breath. And what I mean by a conscious breath, when your body is starting to crush you and feel like, oh my God, panic attacks looming, go back to basics. Breathe. Take time to take a conscious breath. That means inhale through the nose. Yeah. And hold it. Inhale properly. When you're inhaling properly. Why? It's because your belly will expand. Okay. You're there now breathing. I'm looking at Django now. He's thinking he's breathing. He ain't breathing. You know what I mean? He's not taking a conscious breath. He just...
Yep, that's it.
That's not the conscious breath. When you take 3...
Gonna pass out.
Yeah, exactly. Because what tends to happen... What tends to happen is when we're in those situations, our breathing gives rise to the fact that we're not getting enough oxygen around our body. Then that leads on to panic attack situations because you're starving your body for oxygen, okay? So remember, your body's always looking for evidence. Your mind is always looking for evidence to support how it's feeling. Yeah. So when you're having a panic attack, and you're actually now sweating, that is evidence to say there's a problem because you're sweating. You know what I mean? When you can't even control your breathing, that's evidence to support you have a problem. Yep. So what you need to do is go back to basics, breathe. In through the nose and to your belly, your belly expands. Yeah. If your belly is not expanding, you're failing.
There's something wrong.
You're not doing it right. You know what I mean? So a lot of people take time, you have to practice this. So if you take 3 deep breaths like that, conscious breaths, that will slowly start to lower your anxiety levels.
Douglas, you're right. Breathing really helps in terms of actually, first of all, it helps you to think clearly. Once you breathe in your belly and exhale, you think better, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But when you're just having a panic attack, anxiety everywhere, listen, it's just all fogginess, you know what I'm saying? All fogginess in your mind, you know what I'm saying? You can't even think. Yeah. So, you're right about the breathing. The breathing is a very important aspect.
Correct. And it's a control thing.
It's a control thing
because bear in mind, people who suffer from imposter syndrome, they think they're not in control of the situation. Other people have taken control. Sure. So, for example, if you're on that stage about to perform and you start thinking that your crowd don't like you, well, guess what? You're going to start behaving like they don't like you. You're not in control. But the reality of the situation is they bought tickets to see you. Yeah, this is no more celebrities. Many of them, of which I follow, suffer from this fraud, this anxiety-inducing condition where they feel like a fraud. A lot of them have. But then when you see them on stage and up and down doing their bits and pieces, you're thinking, wow. But 5-10 minutes before the show, they might have been vomiting in the toilets. Huddled around the corner. The manager, the dancers, everything trying to just motivate them, pump them up. This is why you see them do the chanting, the group hugs, the prayers before they hit the stage, is to pump them up. Yeah. You need that sometimes, okay? The reality of the situation is very, very important. So when you're having a panic attack, doing something to boost your confidence first starts with doing something that you can do, that you can do. And breathing is something that you can do.
Comes natural.
Yeah, if you try
natural talent.
Yeah, exactly. So if you try something complicated, like, do you know what? I'm gonna do the first speech verbatim, and you don't do it, what's gonna happen to your mood? To your confidence? It's gonna go down.
It's gonna go down.
So exactly. So you go right to basics. You start with your breathing. So and also what tends to happen for a lot of people is they don't talk about how they feel. Yeah. They don't share those experiences. So you think that it's just you, one who's feeling like that. Sometimes I've even seen some comics do this sometimes where they share their anxiety to the audience. Yeah. In fact, they make fun of themselves. Yeah. Like they'll come and say, I know I'm fat. I know I'm ugly. Because that way of teasing oneself in the audience lowers your anxiety, because what more can they say about you when you already know the truth about yourself? Yes, you're fat. Yes, you're overweight, etc., etc., etc. So these things lower your fear levels as well.
For sure.
Yeah, so with Gresham Blake, we always go off at a tangent here, but I would like to give you little jewels as you go along that can help you. So we had this day out with Gresham Blake where you have to get yourself suited and fitted, and like I was saying,
suited and booted.
Like I said, he was dropping a lot of jewels, and one thing I've realized as well is the people that you think are so high up, You know, when you speak to them,
normal people. They're just normal people.
There you
Individuals. Listen, the way when Gresham Blake came into the scene, I was shaking. I was like, this guy is probably a robot. This guy, when he speaks, the ground shakes. This guy is a normal Cockney man.
Exactly.
He's one of the homies, basically. he was speaking to me like I'm one of his homies. He made me feel at home type of thing.
Exactly. He kept it so real.
Kept it real.
And that allowed us to have a beautiful day, you know, and this is what it's like also when you wear a suit. I said, well, you know what? The whole thing about the suit is not for us to present ourselves as higher than anybody else. It's not about that, because as we're reaching out to all you guys on the airwaves, we're all coming from different backgrounds, right? And everything that we wear is significant to the culture that we want other people to know that we're part of, because we're all signaling, right? When you step outside, you are signaling, whether or not you like it or not, because that's how we are as human beings. You might be signaling, don't talk to me because I've got a man already. You might be signaling, do talk to me if you like grime music. Or do talk to me if you like punk, rock, etc. By our regalia, the way that we dress, the way we conduct ourselves, the way we walk, the way we talk, all these things are sending signals. So when we are wearing suits, particularly for anyone that's aspiring for great things, when I've delivered many presentations, and I've done hundreds of them now, when I've worn something that I know I got that literally off the peg, our number 3, whatever it case be, whatever, I don't feel myself. And funny enough, the clothing I have that I've had for the longest period of time, that I've kind of like grown into, that kind of like morphed around me, they're the ones I feel more comfortable in. So if you look, no matter how many pairs of jeans you have, you know, the theory goes you only wear 3. Yeah. Is that true?
I only got I got 3. So
yeah.
So, but I get what you're trying to say. I love my blue jeans because I feel like I had so many experiences in them.
Yeah, exactly.
Experiences. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah, we have, no matter how many dining rooms you have, you have one stomach.
Yeah.
You can only eat one meal in one room.
Yeah.
Okay. So no matter how many clothes you have, you can only wear one set at a time. So we shouldn't be worrying too much about having quantity. It's about quality. So when you feel like a fraud, start taking a look at what you're wearing. You know, sometimes when I've, again, delivering a presentation and my shirt's too tight because I figured that, you know what, it's fashion to wear something fitted and ultra tight. But the funny thing is, when you raise your arm, you don't feel confident because you're thinking it's not right working. Right, exactly, it's going to rip, or people are going to see perspiration or something like that. So this is why it's very, very important to get yourself measured up. Know your dimensions. Actually, it's about reality, and knowing your dimensions goes far and beyond just clothes. You know, if someone was to ask you right now the dimensions of your room, your bedroom, could you tell them?
Would I? Dimensions.
Yeah, the dimensions.
What do you mean by that dimension?
I mean the dimensions, like, you know, width, length.
Off the top, no. I wouldn't say that. I don't know why. I don't know why I procrastinated about that. No, I wouldn't.
Your house?
Hell no, I don't know.
Okay, your physical frame, body?
Nah.
These are some of the hidden things that come out when you're buying your suit. You end up knowing your actual neck size, really. Your neck size, your waist, your inside leg. All these things come out.
Hey, mic drop. He's out here preaching. Oh, I see you. All right.
All these things come out. And then with that knowledge, it allows you to do something. You know, so even if it means you're going to have to work to lose some of the puppy fat around your belly or whatever the case may be, once you got that evidence, you can move towards the end. The Gresham Blake tailors, I must say this out loud, are some of the best on this planet, because they will make you feel super confident, and they talk to you about life.
Yeah.
You know, as you're getting measured up, that whole experience, you know, of standing there, getting yourself measured, having dialogue, knowing that you're choosing a piece of material that is aligned to how you want it to be.
Yeah.
How it looks, how it feels on your skin.
Yeah.
You will never say to yourself when you're on stage, when you're in that job interview, when you're about to do a best man speech, when you're giving away your daughter, that you feel like a fraud wearing those outfits. But best believe, if you are wearing something that you know was designed for a mannequin, a lifeless object, these things can compound the feeling of being a fraud.
Yeah,
okay?
man.
Yeah.
Nah, they're the best tailors in the game. They're the best tailors in the game. Like, they don't take the job very. They don't take the job. They take their jobs very seriously. I was meant to say. But yeah.
Yeah, and then also in terms of if you're a perfectionist, you are prone to suffering more than probably anybody else, feeling like an imposter, because you put yourself in a situation whereby you know all the time something.
Yeah. And
half the time is you don't. Nobody really knows where they're going. Nobody really knows what they're doing. We're all kind of winging it on some sort of level.
Yeah.
But if you're a perfectionist and everything has to be aligned, the sun, the moon, the stars have to be in line before you even wake up and go leave the house, you got a problem. You're always going to feel like a fraud. You never get started. Okay? This is where, if you know in your wardrobe, you have your suit. And I use it like a superhero suit. When I wear my Gresham Blake suit, I know it's over. I know it's curtains, because I find my voice. I find my voice. It's there. It always is there. But when I'm wearing it, it's like Clark Kent Superman.
You feel like Superman?
Yeah, I expose the core. My core has been exposed. And do you know what? When people give you compliments in terms of what you're wearing, that also is good. I know I got an issue with accepting compliments, but that's my own journey.
He really does. I'm telling you, he really does.
That's my own journey. I need to learn to accept compliments. But for real, wearing something that can protect you, you know, or you feel can protect you from your darker thoughts, should I say. Those thoughts of doubt.
Getting deeper.
You know, when your thoughts of doubt, take a look at what you're wearing, because everybody wears uniform. The priest is wearing uniform. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. The gangs on road, they're wearing uniforms. Yeah. The girls that you want to approach, they're wearing uniform.
Some type of uniform.
The girls that don't want you to approach them are wearing uniforms. The guys that also want you to approach, they're wearing uniform. We're all wearing uniform. Yeah. There's no such thing as I'm waking up and going out looking like a nomad. Yeah. No. Those days are over. Everything that we do is hand selected. Even the geeks with beards that congregate on Silicon Valley. Yeah. You know, the Bill Gates type. You know what I mean? They have uniform. And their uniform is jeans. Yeah. T-shirt. And trainers. But it's still uniform. Because in their world, if you wear a suit, it gives an opposite impression.
Also the impression. So basically, what you wear describes who you are.
Yeah.
What you wear describes who you are. You understand? Yeah. So, but let me just say this, That day you were looking dapper, my guy.
Thank you very much. You
look really good, man. That navy blue suit. That navy blue. Navy blue. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You look very good, man.
Thank you very much.
Hey, and the hair was amazing.
I look like I was electrocuted in that video, but it's all good.
It's all good. Look, you see, he's not really good at compliments. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying his hair was looking good out here. You know what I'm saying? And he says like he looked like he was electrified or something like that. Wow.
The last piece of wisdom that or might drop that we're gonna drop on you in terms of getting over this fraudulent syndrome is some people say fake it till you make it. Do you subscribe to that view out there? If you do, reach out to us and tell us why.
Fake it till you make it.
What do you think, Django?
I don't fake it till you make it. I can't. For my own character, I can't fake it till I make it.
Why?
Understand? Because at the end of the day, if I can't fake a character, I can't fake I just can't.
Have you ever come back from work
Yeah.
exhausted
Yeah.
and your partner asks you, why are you so tired?
Yeah.
And you don't know what to say?
And then I fake it. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But like, okay, let's put a scenario. Let's put a scenario. Like, for example, I studied to be a doctor, and I'm in a law. I want to study law firm, and now I'm looking for a job in a law firm.
Yeah,
I can't fake that. You understand? I can't fake that because it's not part of my character. I ain't got no extensive knowledge about it. You understand?
Sure.
So in my opinion, yeah, just be who you are, and then people will just obviously like be drawn to your character, to your personality. You understand? So for me, I don't believe in fake it till you make it. But it works to some people. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to that. If you fake it, you know what I'm saying, with the sheppies and all this stuff, and you're rapping, all that, I got this money, I got all this, I got this, and then you make it, and then you get that money. Good on you. You know what I'm saying?
That's an interesting point. So when you're at home, do you feel the same as you are when you're at work?
No, it's a different environment.
Why is that? Why?
Different environment.
Aren't you not the same at work as you are at home? Or are you faking it at work?
Say that again. Okay. Yeah, say that again.
Are you faking it at work? Basically what I'm saying to you.
Okay, sometimes I fake it. Sometimes I fake it because I need that paycheck. I need that paycheck. I get what you're trying to say. You feel me? Boss is asking me how you feeling today. I'm feeling good, sir. I'm feeling good, massa. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're trying to say.
I hear you. So again, we know there's a difference between how we are when we're at home to how we are at work.
Sure.
What I'm trying to get at here is trying to debunk this whole fake it till you make it scenario, because the thing about faking it is you're lying to yourself, okay? True. And that does nothing to boost your confidence moving forward, okay? That actually supports this feeling of being a fraud because your inner self knows your true self, okay? Right? So what we're looking at here is not to get in a state whereby we're faking it till we make it. We're living it till we become it. Yeah. We live it till we become it. So wearing that suit will prepare you for the success that you are striving for in your life. Okay. So instead of saying to yourself, you're helpless, you cannot control your environment, you can't even control your breathing, start with the very basics, the breathing, and also rock yourself a decent suit that is made to measure. And as Gresham Blake said in the video, if you can't afford a tailor-made suit, what I suggest you do is get a suit altered and tailored to meet your exact dimensions, okay? So no longer faking it till you make it. We're all about living it till we become it.
Bang. Thank you very much.
You are so much more. MicDropClub.com. Make life boom.
So now we've got the video we're going to play you from Gresham Blake. Hi everybody, it's Douglas Simon DJ for the 140rule.com. I am blessed that I got the man himself, the founder behind Gresham Blake Tailoring. Gresham Blake, how you doing?
Hello there, I'm alright, man.
You're right?
I'm cool, yeah,
right?
I'm good.
So we're out here, we're about to do a video shoot.
Yep.
We're going to bring in the car, we're going to bring in the dog, everything is custom. So, quick question. What got you into tailoring in the first place?
My mum had taught me to sew when I was a kid because I always wanted like really slim trousers, and in the 70s they weren't that slim. Yeah. So she made me do it myself, a bit of a feminist. So I learned how to sew, and I was quite good at geometry at school. But I didn't know what to do with it. I was like, I was a bit lost probably from the age of about 18 to 25. I was like,
as we all
it was the most difficult thing to know what to do in your life is to know what to do with it.
Yeah, exactly. You've got life.
Yeah.
What do you do with it?
Yeah, and I've got my girlfriend sorted, so that got rid of that problem. And then it was just that thing I wanted to. I was well into the rave scene and that, and it was all a bit hoodies, wasn't it? And a bit I thought I just wanted to smarten up, and I went out and I just couldn't find anything that I wanted to wear. Like every suit was blue, very navy or grey, and I just wanted something really unique to myself. So I thought, you know what, I'll just go and do a fashion degree. So I did an art foundation. And I was thinking about, I was doing sculpture, but I didn't think I'd make any money out of that. And I thought, well, I might out of fashion.
You just sculpt for people.
Yeah. So I thought, well, it's still 3D. And so I did quite well in my art foundation, and I got and did a degree in fashion at Brighton University. And then in my first year, I was already found this tailor called John Hume, who started to show me how to properly tailor. I could pattern cut and sew, so I was confident. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I could, and I'd say to anyone watching or anyone listening who wants to know how to start getting into stuff, just get a bit of cloth, fold it in half, draw squiggles on it and follow it with a sewing machine. Just get used to using the machine.
That's the practical advice to making a suit. Just start by doing something.
Because if you're not confident with your tool, how are you going to do anything precise afterwards? Yeah, I'm sure it's like with anything. So anyway, and I found tailoring quite easy, and what I liked about it is it's not scary, because if you sew in a nice cloth lace, if you sew it wrong, you can unpick it and re-sew it and get it right, so you're not messing up the cloth.
Gresham, I want to ask Gresham another question very quickly again. What are your fashion hates? When we're talking about tailoring a suit, what are the do nots? What shouldn't you do?
I'm not a very do not person, but I really think that people should wear what they want to wear. And people always say you shouldn't wear suits and trainers. I quite like suits and trainers, but not when you see a guy wearing suit and trainers and then he's got a bag over and he's got his work shoes in it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? And he's like,
be authentic.
He should be able to wear his trainers all through the day as well, and he might buy a better pair of trainers to go with his suit. So I think people should be able to sort of wear and do what they want, really. I quite like t-shirts with suits now. I think people should push the boundaries and do what they want to do.
Is it very much seen as a male-dominated thing to get a suit? I know in your store you do women's suits as well.
Yeah, but
are women flooding to your store to get
I've got two lady tailors in the London store, and they do really well. Obviously guys like to be told by a lady they look nice. There's that. You can't get away from that. But I think more ladies are having suits made for them. I think there's prices probably a bit more better than they used to be. I think more ladies are having suits made. But it's still a male-orientated domain, But when I started, probably 99% of my customers were male. It's probably 65-35 now, so it's taken 20 years for that change.
Wow! It's that celebration. It's the 20th anniversary.
But a lot of ladies just don't know you can walk into a tailor's and have a suit made. And they're more difficult. It's much more difficult to make for, to be honest. Not because of the ladies, because of the shapes.
Sure.
We tend to be tall, thin. Do you know what I mean? Fat, short. Do you know what I mean? We're all a bit of that. But the ladies have a lot more variety, and so it's a more difficult suit to make. But
and also about for young people aspiring to be leaders, future leaders. When you get the tailoring process, where you get yourself measured up, your confidence starts to just skyrocket.
Do you know what?
My first fitting.
I had a guy that came in once. He's in quite a big 70s rock band. And he put his suit on like that, and he said, "That's better than any line I've ever done." And he felt so much better, and he had to have no artificial rubbish in it. Do you know what I mean? Because that doesn't make you feel more confident. People think it does, but it doesn't, because that shit destroys you, doesn't it? I think anyone who should know that. But a suit, so you can put on, it's healthy, and I find that people put them on, and then they're suddenly standing like that. They've got their shoulders back a bit. Do you know what I mean? And they're like they've got a bit of pride about themselves, and that gives them that little edge above someone else. Because let's face it, so you only have to be a little bit better than the average. And then you're there, aren't you?
That's it, boom, that's it. Any competitive advantage you need to go out for, get yourself a custom suit, not just for weddings, bar mitzvahs and funerals. Okay?
And then if it's if it seems a bit out of your price bracket or something, find a suit that fits you as good as possible, and then go into an alterations tailor and just get them to adjust it a little bit. Because you might just take in the waist half inch or tiny little bits. You don't have to buy an expensive suit. Spend a little bit getting it adjusted to fit you, and you'll just feel that much better.
Excellent. Excellent advice on Gresham. Thank you very much. Look forward to the shoot. Watch it, guys. We out.
You are so much more. MicDropClub.com.
That's right.
Make life boom.
I hope you guys found that interview with Gresham Blake enlightening. For us, it was most definitely a momentous occasion. And
wow, amazing.
There were so many Jews, so many bombs were dropped on that conversation. I just didn't want to disrupt his flow, so I let him continue to wax lyrical.
Do his thing, man.
Yeah. It's most definitely. So for me, the big take home there is individualism. Mm-hmm. You know, Gresham Blake was a keen person behind. One of his keen attributes is to make sure people feel like their most authentic self. Yeah. You know, whether or not you're wearing a t-shirt with a suit, whether or not you want to wear platforms with a suit, as long as that's you and you're bringing your most authentic self to any situation, then it's all good. He's not a type of person that supports a fake it till you
make it.
Yeah. You got to live it till you become.
Be authentic till you make it.
Yeah, step out. Once you're out there, step out with your true colors. Yeah. Wear a flag that represents you. Mm-hmm. That's what it's about. So for me, you know, I was deeply touched. We have to thank Gresham Blake, all the staff, Martin, Luke, and all the staff in Brighton and London who helped us with the video shoot, the photography.
Appreciate it.
The photography was off the chain. And I continue to wear my Gresham Blake suit.
Life-changing moment.
Yeah, most definitely. So you guys, you know, be safe out there. You know, keep looking for your own mic drop moments, and you know, reach out to us via our podcast feed. You know, it's not just about waiting for famous people to come out with these historical lines. You know, you're living your truth. So whatever has inspired you that week, reach out. You know, it's your mic drop moment, whether it's something painful that you've realized that, oh my God, now I've got this reality check. I need to improve. You know, my eyes have been open to this situation. You know, that's a mic drop moment. Share it with us. We'll discuss it on air. Okay. Jingo.
Jinx TV on the way. So basically, I just want to talk to you about the attributes that Gresham Blake has learned on his way, and some, just background information about him. So attributes he has learned. He studied fashion at the University of Brighton. Now this man basically shows that education is a significant thing on the way of learning your craft. And I big ups to him that clues bomb, mic drop. Yeah. Get your education still. His mother taught him how to sew at a very young age. This skill inspired and led him to tailor suits. You know what I'm saying? This skill basically made him just learn more things and also start his 20-year career, basically.
Yeah, it's a combination of not only academia. Okay. Yeah. The most successful people learn on their own time. So he was taught by his mother. So there's a lot of learning that was outside of the university environment. Yeah. So anyone out there that has a passion they want to pursue, it's not just going to university and coming out of a degree. Degree doesn't really mean nothing in this day and age. Okay. It's what are you doing outside of the classroom? Yeah. This is where you start now being passionate and working towards your goal more effectively. If you're limited by what somebody's going to teach you, you know, you're going to have a very blinkered view on whatever it is that you want to pursue. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys be safe.
And just basically like another point here. What basically like Gresham Blake broke norms and cultural barriers. He influenced and made the inner city youth feel comfortable wearing suits and trainers. I am a product of that, and I thank you, Gresham Blake, for inspiring me. First of all, I never wanted to wear suits anyways, but when I saw you with them nice little trainers right there, I was like, yo. Let me try these suits out. That's all really.
Be safe out there. We catch you on this side.
Right.
1.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to check out MicDropClub.com and get the show notes and useful links. Subscribe to the podcast. Don't just live life. Make life boom.